Here's a question that's changed how I approach everything. What if it were easy? Most of us are addicted to complexity. We think the solution has to be difficult to be worth it. But 9 times out of 10, the real answer, the best answer, is simpler than we're making it. In today's episode, we'll break down how this question can unlock better problem solving, why intentionality is better than effort, and how to rewire your brain for clarity in action, not overthinking. Let's get into it. All right, here's the mindset shift. Complexity is a crutch. Complexity gives us permission to stay stuck. It lets us feel smart without taking action. We say things like, hey, it's not that simple. I just need to figure it out. I need more time. But what if the reason it's not working isn't because it's hard? It's because we've made it harder than it needs to be. What if it were easy? That question cuts through all the noise. So the core principle of this episode is going to be simplicity creates momentum. When you simplify, you move. When you overthink, you stall. So try this next time you're stuck. Ask yourself, what's the simplest next step I could take? If I were making this easy, what would I do? Am I being intentional about this or just busy? Progress is a product of clarity, not complication. So here's the 3-step easy mode framework. Step 1 is to define the problem, not the symptoms, the root problem. Ask yourself, what is really not working right now? You gotta strip away the drama and get brutally honest. What is the actual root thing that is not working? Not all the fluff surrounding it. What is it? Step 2 is remove all the unnecessary steps. What are you doing that isn't required to solve this problem? Ask yourself, what could I delete? What can I remove? What can I get rid of? What would this look like if it were fun, fast, and done today? So an example might look like if you're stuck writing a newsletter, forget the perfect design. Just write one story that delivers value. That's it. And a quote that I love when it comes to removing steps from things, and especially getting things off of your plate, is eliminate, delegate, automate. So if you don't need it, you get rid of it. If you do need it, you delegate it. And if it can not be delegated to a person, you automate it. Step 3 is take one action immediately. Momentum, truthfully, isn't built by thinking. It's built by doing. I'm not saying don't be strategic. You make the call, you send the DM, you launch the beta, you get feedback, you iterate quickly. This is a very software agile approach. Simple, fast, messy, but extremely effective if you're willing to iterate quickly and not let fluff get in the way. Here's a filter you can add to check in with how intentional you're being about something. Before every task or decision or reaction to something, you can pause and ask yourself, am I being intentional or am I just doing this out of habit? This question prevents you from wasting time on fake work, especially entrepreneurs or high achievers. We love fake work, and that's a difficult thing to confront, that your day might be full of fake work. But if you ask yourself, am I actually being intentional about this? Then it's perfect. I have a habit tracker. I will link it in the show notes. A habit tracker and a time auditor. Use those 2 resources because you will eliminate the fake work. And truth be told, you'll have more time. Free time to do things you like and not fake work. But that question will eliminate you wasting that time. It'll also eliminate you from overloading your plate with low leverage tasks. You don't necessarily always have to do the things that you're comfortable doing. And if you continually are doing things you're comfortable doing, you will stay in the same spot and you will not grow. And that's the whole point, is to grow. This question will also prevent you from making decisions that aren't actually aligned with your goals. Our first instinct aren't always the things that are going to get us to our goals. So ask yourself that question before jumping into a decision, task, or have a reaction toward a situation. The benefits of choosing the easy path, quote unquote, with intention is it speeds up execution, reduces anxiety and decision fatigue, boosts confidence because you are much more likely to stack wins, stacking small wins, building that momentum. It frees up your bandwidth, your mental bandwidth, so you can focus on things that actually matter. You can make better decisions on more crucial topics. It helps you differentiate what's important and what's just in the way. So to recap, what if it were easy? We often overcomplicate because it feels safer to. Simplicity creates clarity, and clarity leads to action. Of course, ask yourself the question, what if it were easy? Use the 3-step easy mode process. Identify the real problem, remove the fluff, do the next simplest step. And of course, layer all of this with intentionality. Ask yourself why before you just say yes. Scott Anderson, who is a podcast guest multiple times over the years, but after one of our episodes or recordings together, he once sent me one of Tim Ferriss's. It was like 17 questions to ask yourself, and I don't remember the exact phrasing or wording of it, but it was very similar to what if it were easy. Hopefully that was it, but I wanted to say that Tim Ferriss gave inspiration to writing this episode. But here's some of the things that I've learned is you can solve most things in life with a well-placed question. What if this wasn't hard? What if I let go of the overthinking and stop feeding my ego of like, oh man, this problem's really hard to solve. They're gonna be stoked when I solve this one that nobody cares about this problem being solved, like not even an issue. And what if the solution's right in front of me and I just need to take action? So we're not here to make things complicated. We are here to make progress. And sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is to make it easy. So try this week. One problem, one pause, one question, what if it were easy? And you'll be surprised with what you unlock. And to provide one more example, I have a friend who is running one funnel for one offer, and it is going bonkers. It is like one ad drives to one landing page, drives to a sales call that they fulfill on one offer, and that is it, no variations, and it is just crushing. It's like, it is the most simplest thing in the world from the outside looking in, but it's because he's removed all the fluff and all the other things that we all get in the way of ourselves of accomplishing. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.